I'm Susan Littlefield. Let's review what's been happening in these agricultural markets today. And if you've been looking on the screen, you see a lot of red. Bringing into our conversation, it is Mike Zuzolo. Mike is with Global Commodity Analytics. And really, Mike, you and I talked about this briefly yesterday. Definitely stuck in a kind of weather-related market today.
Yeah, we've been in a point now, Susan, after that biggie move up in the soybeans and the gap left in the weekly charts, that we needed to feed the bull mostly in the soybeans. And I think the weather in Argentina for the grains, as well as the weekly export sales and the marketing year low and the meal, didn't do the job. And I think that's really what we're going to have to deal with as we go and get ready for this 3-day holiday weekend with Martin Luther King Day closing the mercantile exchange down. So feels like a weather market, even though it's a South American weather market weekend, but kind of feels like May, June for the United States when it comes to the importance of what we're looking at in South America.
And that weather market is also affecting what we see on the livestock side as well today.
Yeah, U.S. Plains has really been talking up a lot about the very, very cold weather coming in and whether that's going to be followed by snow. Cash cattle market has really moved. Packers probably got shocked a little bit and got pushed into making some purchases at very high 205 plus prices. That seems to be breaking down a little bit here on the futures market because those weather models are suggesting just about 3 days of cold and then back to near normal temperatures. Again, though, it's really about next week's trade.
You know, you mentioned about Monday being not only Martin Luther King holiday, but also the inauguration. And I'm sure with markets closed, you guys are closely going to be watching those weather wires for conversation to see how that overnight trade will kick off.
Yeah, this is a big deal because we're coming in now to a new administration that's been threatening tariffs. The crude oil market, the dollar, all the currencies, they've been really moving and shaking this last 30 days in both directions. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest factors for the next 7 to 14 days, essentially the last half of January, to see how smoothly or unsmoothly things go. So crude oil and the dollar are at the top of my list to be watching in terms of price trend, kind of giving me an indication of what the trade's thinking.
All right, folks, we're going to dive more into this later on today during the channel Final Bell, which you can pick up the podcast at ruralradionetwork.com. Looking forward to more of Mike's comments later. I'm Susan Littlefield for the Rural Radio Network.